Hi. The way our supply company handles orders is quite a bit different than how other companies handle orders, and I'd like to explain the step-by-step process and what makes us different. The first is the order picking. It seems very basic. You buy a screen, and they pick the screen in order to pack it. At a regular company that has maybe 500 to 5,000 sales per day, they have a lot of close to minimum wage shipping clerks who don't really know the differences in all these parts. They're just looking at, they're just numbers to them. They're not actual parts. So the difference between, say, an LTN 133 AT08 and an LTN 133 AT09, when you're really rushed, it's just a difference of two numbers, and it's easy to glance over it. What makes our company different is that we only have technician shipping orders. Repair technicians that get $15 to $25 per hour are the ones that are picking and packing each one of these orders. So they will instinctively know. They're not just looking at an 8 and thinking maybe that 8 is a 9 because they're in a hurry. They'll be able to tell, oh, this fits a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and this screen fits a Dell. So when you have a technician picking an order, you have a lot less likelihood for error. The second step, after it's been picked, instead of just throwing it straight in a box, is testing. It's a concept that seems simple enough, but a lot of companies don't do. They won't plug the screen in at all, or they will plug the screen into a generic screen tester that just turns on the light. We will plug it into an actual motherboard for the laptop in which it was designed for. So this screen is for a 13-inch MacBook Pro. This is a 13-inch MacBook Pro motherboard that I'm going to plug this screen into and turn it on to make sure that it displays an image. This is also a defective board, so it automatically turns on, which makes it great for screen testing. As you can see, we have an apple, so I am satisfied that this screen works. After your screen's been tested and is guaranteed to work, it gets put into a very sturdy, difficult to break box after being bubble wrapped in industrial grade bubble wrap. This is a really difficult to break box, but this is not quite good enough. What we do is we take this box and then we put the screen into another box. Now these boxes have the exact same width, but this one is taller, which means that once I put this in here, it's going to be stuck at whatever height I put it in because they have the same weight, they have the same width, and also there's going to be space above and below the screen. So this has the effect of securing the first box. If you step on this top box, you're not actually going to hit the screen under it for a good inch on either side. So even if the box is stepped on, it's not going to even touch this inside box. And the second effect is it also reinforces the sidewalls of the box in case it is stepped on. Another problem with boxing that most people don't notice in shipping is that being stackable is incredibly important. It doesn't matter how well you package your product if the box doesn't stack because it's over bubble wrapped. And a lot of people over bubble wrap it with too many pellets in. If your box cannot be stacked on top of another box, or a box can't be put under or over it, your box is not going to be stacked. It's going to be tossed on the floor or on the side. And that's when the real damage occurs. Another benefit of the double boxing process is that even if one of us makes an error and bubble wraps a couple too many times around so the internal box bulges, it won't actually affect this second box. So this is a very sturdy way to package an order. We've had, ever since we started using this specific method of packaging screens, we have had 0 broken screens. So we have a technician pick your order, not a minimum wage shipping employee who is not going to know what to ship 100% of the time. We have a technician plugging that part into a real laptop setup that is just like the one that you're going to be using when you repair your computer to make sure that the screen functions perfectly before it gets to you. And then it is double boxed in a very post office friendly setup that is not only very immune to any sort of breakage, but is also post office friendly in that it allows stacking. This is one of the many sets of differences that separates us from companies that sell a part for $2 or $3 less on eBay with free shipping. We really go the extra mile to make sure that you get the right experience the first time.